DX Mapper, Cloud Native, Visual Data Mapper. DX Mapper is DXChange graphical data transformation and mapping tool. DX Mapper, Product Demonstration. The product demonstration, in this video, will give you a brief overview of the features and functionalities of DX Mapper. Login. Use your credentials, which you created during the sign-up process, to log in. Designer. The Designer module allows users to design flows, maps, connections, data structures, etc. Apart from the graphical interface for data mapping, Designer module also features a design canvas, where the users can design workflows using a low-code, drag-and-drop interface for data orchestration, totally eliminating any dependency on software developers to create the required business processes. Project is a set of related tasks that can easily be grouped together for seamless deliverability. An artifact is one of many kinds of entities/objects created to support the business process workflows. Create a source data object to be used as an input for the IMAP. Create a target data object to be used as the output of the IMAP. Creation of IMAP. IMAPs are used to receive a document from a source application and have them map to the target format and be delivered to one or more target applications. IMAPs are the resultant objects, which are created from the DX Mapper and can be used within the integrations, or can be invoked from external applications, depending on the user's requirement. Simple map, simple mapping with conditions and index, conditional maps. Simple mapping with conditions. Simple mapping, source data element, is mapped to a target data element. If the mapping is based on a condition, click Setting icon and click on Add Condition and paste the source path in the first text box, operator in the second and the value in the third text box to construct the expression. Click Save. Simple mapping with index. Index, if source and/or target is a list, user can specify an index on the source target data elements. Conditional maps. If-else logic can be applied using conditional map. Right-click on target data element and click on conditional map and start adding if-else logic. Set value, variable substitutions, and set iterator. Set value, to set a specific value on the target data element. Right-click on target data element, click on Set Value and enter the value in the text box and save. Set value with condition. Variable substitution. Set value can also be done using a path from the source data element. Right-click on target data element, click on Set Value, copy the path of source field, and paste between %% in the text box, and then select the substitute value checkbox and click to save. Set Iterator. To set the index of a source array to any of target element. Right-click on Target Data Element, click on Set Value and select the Set Iterator option, and paste the path of the source list. Creation of functions, multi-step functions, cross-reference, and services. Functions enable the users to apply transformation logic and manipulate data. Functions can be used within IMaps and map steps, within an integration or a service. A multi-step function is a combination of two or more functions executed sequentially. This gives an ability to the user to implement the logic in a single step, and also supports reusability. Cross-reference table is a data structure that replaces live data with a simple lookup operation. You can create your own tables with multiple columns. It can be used within the IMap map step, in an integration or a service. Service is a reusable artifact, which contains the business logic required to support the mapping. Service can be invoked as a function within the IMap, and is typically used to handle any complex business logic, which cannot be handled with normal functions and multi-step functions. Block, conditional blocks, and append. A block consists of one or more mappings. If you want to apply a modular base logic, you can place all the related logic in one block. A block can be used only on parent nodes. Right-click on target node, click on block, and provide a name to the block and navigate inside the block to add maps, set values, if-else, functions, and services, and also an expression can be supported on the block. Conditional blocks. If-else logic can be applied using conditional block. Right-click on target node, click on conditional block, and provide a name to the block and navigate inside the conditional block to add multiple blocks, with set of maps, set values, if-else functions, and services, along with a condition. Append block can be set only on a node which is a list, and has more than one block or conditional block. After creating multiple blocks to the list node, right-click on the list node and click Append. Loop, and append. Loop traverses a list until the last index, and execute the mappings inside the loop object. A loop can also have an expression, and can have any number of maps, set values, if-else functions, services and multi-step functions. Note, each individual mapping inside the loop can also have its own expression. Right-click on target list node, click on loop and provide a name and source list path to the loop, and navigate inside the loop to add maps, set values, if-else functions and services, and also an expression can be supported on the loop. Append loop can be set only on a node which is a list, and has more than one loop. After creating multiple loops to the list node, right-click on the list node and click Append. Retain Maps feature can be used if either source or target structure has to be updated, and the user wants to retain the existing mapping logic. Create the new data object for the updated structure. Click on Add Data Object either in source or target structure to replace the existing structure. Select the new data object, then select Retain Maps option to retain the existing mappings. Do not select if you do not want to retain the mappings. Disable. We have option of Disable for every mappings, function, block and loops. If we disable the mapping, or block or loop, then those mappings will not be seen in the output. Test IMAP. Process is to first upload the sample file or paste it in the sample data window. Then select the validation for the source and target. Available options are inbound only, outbound only, inbound, and outbound, and none more options will be shown to the user, depending on the source and target data object. If inbound or the outbound is an EDI document, user needs to provide segment, element and sub-element delimiter, and also an optional release character. Once the IMAP is configured, the user will be able to test and validate, and ensure the mapping logic is working as desired. DXMapper handles the data type conversion automatically. It checks the data type of the target element, and does an auto typecast, allowing the user to focus on the business logic, and not the technology aspect. DXMapper can be deployed on premises or private cloud. For further details, check out DXMapper agent video. Go to Launchpad and you will see DataMapper agent card. Click on the appropriate OS link to download the agent. Extract the downloaded zip file into the preferred location where you want to install DXMapper Lite. After extracting the zip file, go to bin folder and double-click on DataMapper Lite 1.0.0 snapshot runner.exe. To start DXMapper agent. Download project. After you are done with creation of IMAP, and ready to export the project, go to Project Details screen, and click on History icon. Export the project for DXMapper Lite. Import project. Go to DXMapper portal, click on Add project and select the zip file. Once it is imported, you will see the project in portal. Click on the project name to open the list of IMAPs in the project. Click on Run to test IMAP. Testing IMAP from application. Copy the URL from read.me, replace project name and IMAP name and execute the IMAP from any of Client, Postman, Java, C#, Python etc. DXMapper can be installed as a standalone application, on-premise or private cloud. Talk to an expert today and understand how DXChange's data mapping tool, DXMapper, can help you with your complex mappings and integration. Visit our website for a free trial.